So, good morning everybody, my name is Osa. It is Saturday the 11th of March and we are playing Farming Simulator 22 on Maypole Farm. And we are definitely going to catch up with the lack of lime on this field. We bought this post-planting, so we couldn't do much about the pH levels. As you can see, they're seriously getting updated or improved. Now, some of our other fields we could lime. We won't use much lime because they're just well, they were limed probably last year or the year before. You can go about 3 harvests between lime applications, and that's, I missed a little bit of it on the top there. Anyway, we'll let this run. I have more tractors to... Oh, looky there. We can start that one. Unfold that. So this is set up for mulching, and off you go. Now both of these tractors will need to be check back where they've been. Okay, that's not needed. That's not needed. That we were going to get some more water. I'm not going to worry about that right now. This is going over the road, and we'll manually harvest the last field. For this stage of the harvest, we do have, I think, 2 soybean fields which will be harvested a little bit later. Gonna do, I don't know, probably 2 rows along the bottom here, maybe 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll do 3. We'll then do a headland up the heading southeast side, and a little bit, probably 2 along the top as well. But anyway, need to make sure we don't completely fill the capacity of the harvester without being somewhere where we can empty it. And Patchwork, good morning, welcome to Saturday morning stream. And yeah, 8:30, we're good. Now well, I will check the pH on other fields just to make sure that they are, oh, what's the word for it? Good levels of stuff, pH. But I think for the most part, most of our fields are good. The other issue we might have is, no, actually once we've limed, we can put the lime spreader away, and then we will need to start spreading manure, I think. So the fields without bales, we will obviously prepare all of those. The rest of them, the ones with bales, I'm probably going to throw soybeans in spring after we've collected the bales, or something like that. Everything else, we've got to start planning what we're planting next year. I did notice, and I'll bring this up in a minute, we are going to need to analyse some of our fields soonish. That's a lot of bales over there. That's good. AI worker has stopped working unexpectedly, so we are out of lime? Goodness me. Well, I mean, we could see from the general field colour that we were not getting a lot of lime. Sorry, we needed a lot of lime to improve the pH in that field, so that's a thing. Okay, we'll jump back and see where that's at. Yeah.
Okay, 3 donuts.
Yeah.
And your Stevie.
Yeah. Okay, that's the button that opens it. Not actually sure how much lime we've got. Actually, this is going quite quickly, so that's a good thing. Lime's in the second bay. So we will open that. We will load that. And what are we looking at in sales? Yeah, we've still not got much in the way of sales yet, so although I am considering I would probably like to get a New Holland T6 or Case Maxim for the farm. But I think the concern for me with doing that is I don't entirely need a whole, this time of year I could do with 4 tractors. The Massey's doing the light, mulching tasks and what have you. And the Deutz and the John Deere are doing the heavier tasks. Now that's all to the well and good, but it's the only time of year we need all the tractors. The rest of the year we're kind of getting away with what we have. So of course then the question is, well, why would I want to buy another tractor if it's going to sit idle or cause one of the other tractors to sit idle? Now I do realise that the Massey Ferguson is kind of being obsoleted. We really don't need that much of a tractor or that little of a tractor on the farm anymore going forwards. And so maybe turn off, thank you. Maybe going for something like the Maxim will give us slightly larger than the Massey capabilities around the farm, and the Massey could be replaced by a telehandler which could do a lot of the work round the cow farm. We are chomping through this. We're going to buy some more lime. Definitely have to buy some more lime. Anyway, that's done. And that's obviously considered done already. So, turn back down here. As I said, I mean, we've used up 33% really just in that corner and along this end. So don't know we're going to clear this field. Anyway, back to this field here. It's very sort of a deeper shade than this one. These have been scanned quite recently. This one scanned quite a while ago. That one was scanned a while ago. As the cows eat the grass, they are aging the soil analysis. So we'll have to do something about that. Anyway, let's get back to doing this thing. Now, of course, once I'm cleared on this end of the field, we'll go up to the top. We'll do 3 rows at the top, and I'll follow the line of the field. Probably set up GPS as we're pulling up the far side of this field. Okay, we're 56% full. I'm guessing we can make it to the top. Anyway, yeah, had a fairly big snowstorm Thursday night, so my intended doctor's appointment didn't happen. However, I have got the first bench for my model railway completed. Need to adjust the feet. I'm not the greatest of carpenters, so I did engineer into it adjustable feet so that I can build what I have and then adjust the feet so it's level. Okay, set a 0, back, that, go. So this edge is relatively straight, the other edge not at all. Looks like the yield is approximately what we got last year, at least for this part of the field. I don't know that we planted anything in the top. No. Oh, and the lime's empty again. We're doing 78. Little bit worrisome. I am not sure we're going to make it along the top. I think what we'll do is I'll run up to the top here and then I'll reverse back to that wide point there. Then we'll have to bring the John Deere all the way round. That's done. Hi bees. So this isn't too bad. I must remember to turn the wheel the correct direction though. Alrighty, let's go find the John Deere. You still have canola. I should probably have tipped it already, but I didn't. Yeah, this week we're starting off pretty much exactly where we left. Oh, I know why I don't want to tip it there. So I want to tip it on the other shed. Oh, yeah. And that's only a single harvester load. We can get about 3. But yeah, I want to empty all the grains in the top arable yard rather than the cow yard. It's further to drive when we're selling, but all of the grain carts are stored up on the arable yard, so it just makes it easier to load there rather than having to stop on the way anywhere. Okay. So while that's going on, we'll go find the lime spreader. And I think we're a little over halfway. We might be 2/3 of the way through that field. Okay, lime, yes. Litres 10 buy, yes. And we will buy another 10. No. Yes. Okay. 20,000 litres of accidentally pushing that button. Okay. And press that button and get that thing loaded. So actually coming up to midday game time. So as I said, this was pretty much a continuation from last week's episode. The only thing I did was I got all of the grass bales wrapped in our silage pit, and then that was it. Everything else was exactly where it was. I think I moved this so that we could put the lime spreader on the back of it, loaded up with lime, and I put the mulching mower on the back of the Massey Ferguson, so that was ready to go. And that's basically a long-standing thing that I've done, which is leave yourself notes for next week's episode about what needs to happen next. So I need to lime, let's put a tractor with a lime spreader full of lime at the field I need to lime, and that'll remind me when I start next week's episode that we're all ready to go. This job needed to be done. This job also needed to be done, and is being done quite nicely. We still need to get some water for the thing. And then, can I fit through the gap? Yeah. Yeah, we're carting soybeans around. Not soybeans, canola around. So we have canola, oats and barley in the top yard, I believe. Probably check on that. And our other crop will be soybeans when they're ready to harvest. They may be ready to harvest in August. They're probably more like September or October. I can't cruise canoe, I can't GPS along here. So we'll do some farm management review in a couple of minutes when we got this bit done. This is not going to be an easy turnaround. I might take this down to the field entrance. That'll give me an easier turnaround to get back up to the top here. And 1, 2, that'll leave us at this end. It's kind of difficult to see along here because of the shadows. Okay, back to the entrance, but that should now mean it's easier for me, oops, to do this. As I said, 2 headlands, 3 headlands at the top. We did none the first year, because this was all planted with trees. We're getting a good yield up here. Wow. I mean, you compare this bit with the rest of the field. Why on earth were we planting trees up here? Anyway. The lime spreader is running. The lime spreader is nearly empty again. And I left the John Deere's engine on. Ah well. And as I think the plan for the farm will be, as we're planting more fields with canola in them, we'll put a pair of beehives on opposite corners of the field, just to benefit the crop yield when it's canola and to boost our honey supplies. Not that you get a significant amount of honey, but as we add more greenhouses, beehives, we will end up with more honey produced. It's a good thing. Okay, someone's finished doing something. So that was our oat field. I think turn in here, and that should. Oh, straighten the wheel. There we go. Get the wheel straight, it will do the thing I want it to do. Okay, I'm going to do a quick check here. So that thinks it's finished, however there's that patch there that has not been limed. This field, I don't know, might need it. What I think here is I will pull up alongside the John Deere. We'll do a half tank empty there, and you still have lime, so engine on, drive, turn on the lime, and let's run to the edge of the field, because the worker doesn't seem to think this bit needs to be done. So I think as far as lime goes, I will do a quick jump out in all of the fields that we're planning to prepare right this minute. and see if any of them come up with, oh yeah, pH is bad. Well, it needs to be perfect, or I think okay. If it drops below that, then it's becoming an issue. Did I get it all? No, I didn't get that bit. That bit's probably going to be counted as good. Yes. Okay, we can close that off. Run over to the entrance. Obviously, the field to our left has bales in. Field to our right doesn't. Well, no, the field to our right is soybeans. So, pH value in here is perfect. There is no nitrogen to growing weeds, and this field growth, it is cultivated. No, this field is nothing. Okay, it has been mulched, so we mulched that field. We are in the process of mulching this field, which also needs to be rolled, so we'll think about that. And what else do we need to do? Got this field. Oh, yeah, 55's grass. That's still growing. That's still growing. This field needs prepared. This field needs prepared. That one and that one can't be because they've got bales in. So we're kind of getting there, I guess. So I'm going to stick this in the yard for a moment. And turn that off there. Get back to... yeah. Let's fix you. Whoa. Lots of dust. Alrighty. I can turn that off. Ooh, takes a while to clear the dust as well. Wow. It's kind of cool. Anyway, I'm going to take this up here. I'll set that off on a worker as well, but that's kind of getting to the point where we're going to need to look after it. Meanwhile, we are on row +1. So I watched a video this week, and I can't remember who did it, about equipment maintenance. Might have been Pharmacob. But basically the bottom line is you want to maintain your equipment frequently. The cost per percentage point to repair it from 30% is quite significant.